Okay, I'm not sitting comfortably. Hi, how's it in the name of Christ? How you doing? It's your girl Crancake, Karabo. I hope you're good. I hope you're PG. I hope you're Stella and I hope you're in a neat little bunch. I'm recording today from here, even though there's a bit of sun outside, because I started late, so I might as well just woke up. I actually did not even want to do a video, but I'm doing one anyway. Just based on the anticipation of something. Based on the anticipation of a reaction. So today's Thursday, the 24th of October 2024, and the topic is all they do is yell, claiming innocence. All they do is yell, claiming innocence. You see, guys, I'm really very tired. I'm out of it, but I don't want to record today. I just want to not record. But here am I. Here I am. Okay. Alright, you know what? I don't know how long this is gonna take. I seriously don't know how long this is gonna take. You see, the thing about surveillance and monitoring a person that's completely innocent is that you cannot help but manifest demons. So do you. And manifest them. It's really quite warm in here, and maybe I should just leave the fan on. It's quite loud. Cause I just, yeah, whatever, no. I'm going to be disquieted by how loud it is. This is yet another interlude. I don't even want to do it, but like I said, here am I. You know, every so often. Okay, listen, wicked men and women. You know, this is gonna be hopefully half an hour. I don't know. I don't want to be here. I didn't want to record, but I just have to. I'm just so tired to wrestle people who call you out. To wrestle people who call you out because they called you out. That is not gonna do anything for you, because at the end of the day, what's gonna happen is gonna happen. For instance, picture this. I like analogies, so let's use them. Is my phone overheating? I don't know. I like analogies. Imagine somebody rocking in fact, yeah, you know what you remind me? You're like ooh, I'm tired. I'm gonna look for this in the Bible. I don't even know where it is, but I'm in front of my computer, so there's really no need for me to search for it for 10 years. So you can understand how useless, frankly, despising prophesying is. And when you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar as a no-brainer, how you just have it coming. Yesterday I did a video speaking about gaslighting, how it is that you're always just cooking with gas. You're always just cooking people. You're always cooking them. Jehoiakim burns a scroll. Yeah, okay, look, you're always just cooking with gas. It's, you know what, black men. Alright, listen up. I found it. Jeremiah 36. Let me just go straight into the Bible to help you understand what's going on here. Jeremiah 6. Black men, you know what you're like as soon as you get married, It's like you become these human trafficking pimps, like overnight. As soon as you get married, when you don't know God, you just become these human trafficking pimps. I say that because all of a sudden you lose your cool, you lose your morals, you lose your panache, and also your iffiness, you know, how picky you are about who you want to date. That flies out the window. You basically become yeah, you become like human trafficking pimps. Because you are out here perpetually just grabbing little girls, converting them into prostitutes. You just have such little contentment in your marriages. For no other reason than the fact that you're greedy. You're rapacious, okay? There tends to rarely be any real issue with the actual wife. You're just rapacious. That's about it. Okay. So you become, thanks to you saying I do, human trafficking pimps into kidnapping little girls from school playgrounds and later on making them prostitutes. Because you go out of your way to basically weed out the youngest women in society and then bewitch the living daylights out of them to essentially just keep accommodating you even though you're married. And then I get it, you are pimps. You are human trafficking pimps. So you make women prostitutes. You make a woman that is content with her little call center salary, gathering dust there, to start being disquieted by her one-bedroom apartment that's not in the best part of town. And now she wants to live in Four Ways, she wants to live in Rosebank, whatever, because you have determined to start basically paying her way so she can pleasure you like you're some child in high school experimenting with your hormones, except you're like a whole married man. You become human trafficking pimps because you convert young women into prostitutes. You make them sleep with you for money, big money, money to pay rent, money to pay car installments. Chicks that would have under normal circumstances just been okay comba until they get a car. But now they're sleeping with you because you're paying their car installment. Because yeah, like, I don't even know how you can part ways with that much money having a wife. Like, how does this woman not know that you are paying rent of somebody? Like, does she think that you just have expensive taste? Every so often you're buying shoes for 7,500 rand, because that's how much like a one-bed apartment in Four Ways costs. 8,509 grand. Like, you're just out here always buying a really expensive belt, and that's why that is coming off your account every month. Does your wife think you have expensive taste? Because I'm sorry, I would pick it up if nearly 10,000 rands just kept on disappearing from the marriage bucket of money every month. Even if it's 10 grand that we can afford to let go of, like, you know, one of those ain't nobody gonna miss it because we're both just coining it, you know, we're in the millions. So what's 10 grand? Who cares? Like, even if the wife is not complaining, it's still a big enough dent that is consistently leaving your bank account every single month to go and pay a newly found, to go and pay a brand spanking new prostitute. She's just entered the craft. She started to now juice and enjoy the fruits or the benefits of ukubhadalelwa yonke into. You literally convert women into prostitutes. You cause them to be okay with married men because you do things for them that these El Cheapo single dudes are not prepared to do. I am yet to meet a single man. Maybe it's because I'm 40 now. It's not because I'm 40. It's because I've been buried from the world. Ain't nobody out here looking at me, and I'm not looking at anybody. So I don't really know what's happening anymore, but I would imagine history keeps on repeating itself, so it's probably just the same thing that was happening yesterday. But on the come up, I have never in my life met a single guy, like a single man, that is out here paying car installment, media thing, and rental, just because he's in love with a woman, and he's single. Like, he's single. As in, I'm gonna make her a wife. while he's got his own rent, while he's got his own car to pay. Usually what happens there is that maybe he betches, 1, 2, 3,000 rands every so often, and she's always at his apartment. Or if at all she's independent, maybe she'll go to he'll go to and visit her apartment. But rarely ever have I ever seen a guy literally just take over all of the rental of a chick he's dating. Immediately, 7,500 for the one bed, all of it. I'm yet to witness something of that nature. Actually, no. Only in one occasion, I witnessed a boyfriend of my ex's cousin. Like, one of my ex's girl cousins had a boyfriend that bought her a car. Like, that was just like shocking to me. Stuff like that rarely ever happens in the black community. I was like, whoa, okay, that's extreme, right? He bought her a car. I was like, whoa, like, congratulations, dude, you really stepped up. Like, whoa, like, that stuff is rarely observed in the black community in the lives of girlfriends. Usually you see that in the lives of wives, where a man will buy his wife a car for her birthday or just surprise her or whatever. But where single women are out being purchased vehicles altogether or paid entire home installments, either bond or rent, usually in the black community, it's some little pimp of a married man that is out here parting ways with 10,000 big kahunas. Do you understand what I'm saying? In order to finance a female that is not his wife. That's when they start to lose morals. It's, I don't know what happens. They become perverts. Like when men get married, black men, I will speak to black men because these are the observations I've made within my own community. Habanyala, they become human trafficking pimps into kidnapping little girls and making them prostitutes. They literally go and they grab call center agents or women that are young professionals. She's got a good enough decent job to pay her own rent, but he will take, it's almost as if though they are incentivizing these women to be content with a married man, because they realize that what's in it for me as a woman to be out here constantly just walking around rolling like dumbling in some oil in the life of some lackluster rando that's just out here messing with my statistics, causing me to waste many years, many months, however long you are with him, because he's never gonna marry me. What's in it for me to just linger this rubbish on if he is not doing something super significant and therefore incentivizing the living daylights out of me? What in the world is in it for me? So these ladies are then made happy to, I guess, accommodate fraternizing with some married buffoon, because ain't no single dude out here looking for a wife going to be prepared to part ways with nearly 10 grand out here financing a woman's apartment and car installment. He's just not going to do it, because to him it's like, hey, let's hlanganisa coin, the two of us, since we're both employed, and work towards, since we are so in love, a marriage home, like at a saving. You've got your apartment, I've got my own apartment. Let's see if we can't save. Maybe you're in the world, so you don't believe in waiting until you are married for stuff, so you would much rather cohabit, eh? You gather your masentes together and you cohabit. You basically live with one another, and your expenses then are shared amidst yourselves. And then dude hopefully is responsible enough to raise imali lobola himself, instead of expecting the woman to actually pitch in for her own dowry. Because in the black community you get that level of ridiculousness amidst boyfriends actually literally making a girlfriend low-key participate in the mutiny against her own life by paying her own lobola without anybody really knowing what part of the money comes from her. As black people, I feel that, eh? It's like I've done a race and I've finished it and I realized it wasn't worth my time because my muscles are too sore. Like, it's okay, like, but whatever, let's move on. That's usually what happens with single guys. Like a single dude out here falling head over heels with in love with a woman, maybe bachelor her handsomely, but the rent few and far between, unless the dude himself is like Mark Zuckerberg or whatever. Unless the man has the wealth of Mark Zuckerberg, unless the man is wealthy like a millionaire, then I mean it would be what why don't you just pay my rent? If you want to date me, pay my rent, you know what I mean, type setup thing. But if he's just a regular 9 to 5, I push us bunny just like you. Yeah, like I said, I'm at bachelor 1,500 really tops if he's out trying to impress. Mara rente kaofela libala. Rente kaofela, it's not happening. It's not happening. So married men, you become, like I said, I'm a pimp. You make women prostitutes, because the very definition of prostitution is selling your body for sex. Like basically, not for sex, sorry, selling your body, selling sex for money, in exchange for money. And so these ladies are like high-class prostitutes because they have sex with you in exchange for money. You make women prostitutes. Yeah, black men manchata, you literally establish a human trafficking ring. And these women have no idea that they've been laundered out here in a human trafficking ring. They just think, Gucci, these are my benefits. I get to enjoy them without strings attached. And really, frankly, I'm not going to get up his skirt or his nostrils by messing with the wife. I'm not going to expect him even to leave the wife, because ain't nobody out here like Papa. I'm still paying off my home, my study loans. I'm still paying off. I'm living hand to mouth. I'm starting my career. Like, relax, okay? It's really rough in these streets. Kunzima. To make ends meet. So if this dude is going to take out of my responsibility charter a good chunky 8,000 rands that I keep on investing in this rental, dude, I am doing what I need to do with him. And then once I've raised up my life in corporate ladder vibes, once I've grown, once I've done whatever, then maybe get a mudampa and then hope to get married. Then maybe I'll date a little bit of a tepo that is going to make out of me a wife. But for now, I'm content being a mistress, because after all, I'm only 22. But you see, the sad thing about the 22-year-old irresponsible Lerato, let's say that's her name. It's always the easiest one that just comes at the top of my mind. Yeah, this 22-year-old Lerato, she's unawares to herself that if I got twalanga, he is a witch of sorts, like waloya nje buhlapa hectically. He consults the sangoma and all that jazz, and men when they are jail early na 22, and he's out here chilling next to his 32-year-old wife as a 35-year-old man. The level of possessiveness that he will feel over lepentris like Helena 22 is low-key kind of homicidal. He will be greedy and rapacious to let her go. That's why but life, yeah, a man that has been having your body and coming to your apartment and paying your rent and doing all that jazz, when then you now turn 25, because it's like a lifetime mistress thing. You've been 22 to 25 with this dude, and now you're like, you want your own marriage and you want to get out of this. He can kill you, but if he doesn't kill you, if he's not that extreme, he will insist or pumala without paying child maintenance. Like they have no respect or regard for that's gonna be very heartbroken over my husband made a baby with Inyatsi. He will insist on a child. Uzocela this chick angosi. Yes, I've seen stuff happen, on the come up. Hey, there is this chick, she was only 24, she used to be our friend. She worked as a personal assistant for some dude, and he was married. Somewhere along the way, she gave him a child, and I was like, Una 24, girl. You're 24, you can still go out there. How are you gonna get yourself entangled in the scandal of being the baby mama of a married man that very potentially may even hide from his wife? And so you are out here constantly just meeting up with a man that's got that kind of a double life. Why would you do that to yourself at 24? But you see, that's the thing. Because of that dude, she moved out of her parents' house, go Soweto, in a flat of sorts, and that for her was enough to give this guy a baby. Except you're 24. There are dudes out here literally looking for a bride, and you are viable type establishment thing for such men as these. Why would you put yourself in all that settling? Why would you make yourself the mistress of a married man so young? Well, I mean, if they can demand a baby out of a 25-year-old, bangits, I mean, how much more are they going to demand one from a 40-year-old? Yeah, pimps, right? Converting women into prostitutes. You get married and you lose your panache. That swag, lento lena, whatever it is, hey? That dudes have, like, you know how they ziba and coma when they're still single or when they still just dollaring, So Komela, pass you shade, not greet in the office, reverse psychology, act like he's not eyeing you. Yeah. I have a guys when they're single, right? They will give you lots of shade. But as soon as they're married, they're like these dogs with flapping ears, just salivating and panting all over the show. Like before he got married, he was such a nadi cool, ale aloof. Before he got married, he was cool and aloof, and then he gets married and he becomes these perverted married men. But eh? Yeah. Every time you go past the desk to get a document signed off, the dude is out here talking about how would you like to go for dinner. Ringi e gold e kana ikima e boxom. Because when he gets into these arrangements, he gets into them. But I will pay your rent, I will do this and that. Prior to them getting married, they're aloof, cool, and hard to get. And now I gotta be subjugated to the tyranny of Amadotanjalo that change personalities after they get married, that become human trafficking pimps. Yeah, a man with such a hard knock character flaw. I'm sorry. I'm a Christian woman and I'm waiting on God. But the world is over. However, Lamatodalana are prepared to get me yelled at by abantu bagithi ngizochikiwa nje for the stuff I've been uploading on YouTube. Hore ke be so fra that I will allow myself to be a newly converted prostitute after some salivating married man looks at me and says, "Kodwa ngizokubhadaleli rent." Did I ask, baga? Did I ask? Nah, I didn't. But that's the thing. These ladies don't gotta ask, right? You just offer to pay a 23-year-old woman's rent, yonk. And because these females out here be gullible, credulous, and money-loving, like in the last days, eh? Udlonga the whole opportunity ya go save 7,500 rand every month. Save 7.5 every month and basically pay off the school fees Sako varsity that are still outstanding, the loans that you kept on taking when you were at varsity. She's gonna tell us if I'm gonna lump sum pay off my fees because this dude is paying my rent. Hey, we just also lump sum pay off her car because this dude is paying the rent. Lump sum pay, help mother pay off bond because this guy is paying rent. Basically, she got this. She was holding her own. Yeah, she was paying her own rent. Mara, I mean, really, if somebody's gonna give me leg room, yeah, 7.5. What's a little sex? I get a when some dude while you are sitting there like a Nando's chicken, lying there. And as whining a hlanzi in your mouth, but whatever, 23-year-old. Because herein lies the deal. Lenja Lena, that's like a little pimp. Yeah, that's what's good. Uzo demand umntwana before you walk away to go and marry your own husband. He is going to demand a child. I've seen it happen before with women I knew. They never let you go until you make them a baby, and these women strangely give them kids. Like, it's the weirdest thing. But you see, it's not weird. It is understandable, it is explainable as to why they give them kids. I'll tell you what it is. Lenja le ibeme isnave. Utsubile matekwane ke boloyi. Utshwere anaconda mamlambo. Lenja ipetiti goloshi. Do you understand? Utwele, or if not utwele, if he's not that extreme, uyatagata to a certain extent. Ultloho jesa. Anzana lemsadi wa hai. Ahutumpega pega mina pela. Ana lemsadi wa hai. Kabanga, the level of rapacity, the level of greed, the level of selfishness to hold on to a woman that should go out there ayon dizanjenge nyoni. Yeah. while he's got his own wife. But angisho banigrid leyo abenandaba. Uzokubamba hostage until you feel like it's your prerogative to give your lover boy a child. Utlova mononyetse ngwana. Ngwana utlobang taboo. Ngwana of which, if at all had with msadi wa tenge ka ngwana tenge, utlo introduce wa fela hanja e tlhokafala, because I get it, they tend to die. They tend to get into accidents because God knocks them out. Like hanja hobola busu kaofela. Every so often there's gonna be a neighbor that's gonna grab a gun and shoot the dog and act like ain't nobody care, ain't nobody noticed. Like I didn't do it. Every so often there's gonna be a neighbor that's gonna give that dog a pill that is going to make it sleep forever, right? They're destructive in society, and every so often God kills them. He causes widows out of these women, and that's what is about to happen to many of the guys that even are salivating outside of my life, trying to pay rent. Did I ask? Yeah, right. I'm waiting on God, coupled with the fact that I'm 40, and that's the thing about Janka like a maggot. They feel like I'm arrogant to reject them, so they're prepared to go by but it's what they do to women, right? Yeah, I just so happen to be Skokwan in this particular regard, but they do it to 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds, like a whole bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, fresh out of the cot lady, out here hopping up and down on a beach ball in corporate South Africa. One about to onale bokamo, so but very bright, but chabile, and this dude is like, I'm sorry, ngifigile. Yeah, and well, seeing as afigile, not only is he going to pay rent yakona, he is going to incentivize you to give him a child. Kaditlabe. Ay. Ha e tlhokafala nja ya teng e sa tlogeleng go hobola bosiu kaofela until some responsible neighbor shoots it in the head. Utlelang. I have a thing about dogs. Di rata ho hobola, I don't know why human beings keep them for pets, because I feel like it's like having a lion for a pet and it's always roaring. Like, it's just so inappropriate, but others might not agree with me. You might beg to differ. We're not having a discussion about the best pets to keep. I'm a cat lady. Anyway, whatever. Let's move on. Yeah, the Lord is that neighbor. He will literally remove these people from society. And so because God always puts them in car accidents, because the Lord is always out here widowing some women and orphaning some kids because the dad gotta go. Yeah. When sister Nyatsi, if you have not been introduced to Umfaz Wakona as a baby, I made a mistake. Look, there's a baby here in this Nyatsi lady. If this dude is not at a minimum responsible enough to let his wife know that he's impregnated a Nyatsi, this Nyatsi is gonna be isikri. Oh, you're my little secret. That's how we should keep it. And no one has to know. Chere ke mo content ka di 10,000, di 20,000, di 30,000 every single month to basically keep a child growing up sipiri. But you see, while this dude is alive, it's all good in the head. Hulo kita sipiri. Unso bona a guy ka di 26th December instead of ka Christmas, because 25th belongs to the wife. Unso mona olo celebrate a birthday ya haye. The next day, if his birthday is on the 27th of September, you're going to be seeing a little Jabu Gadi 28, because the 27th kids are Mosadi. You're going to be out here going on an Easter escapade 1 week after Easter, because Easter's for the fam, the original fam, the stuff you settle for. Anyway, whatever. I'm not out here trying to rebuke mistresses. I'm just trying to highlight the audacity of anybody trying to make me one. Anyway, whatever. Yeah. Nyatsi e grande ka di 26th December. E grande hampe le kataba ya hore dare ngwana teng a share birthday le ngwana wa the main lady, yeah, wa the wife. Ngwana teng o thola di present tsa hae day after his birthday. Daddy not gonna be able to be there on this boy's birthday, on this girl's birthday, because daddy cannot be at two places at the same time. He's got a son with another lady that was born on the same day. So ke hale ka crossa your fingers dingatsi doe on a day that is not the birthday of the wife of this guy or any of his children with the wife, because your kid Your kid is gonna suffer from post-traumatic stress of tabaran tatwa thing. He never ever makes it for his birthday, but he's always there the next day. Yeah, PTSD. I had a friend back in the day who was born in 1984, but Home Affairs, they made some mistake. I don't even know how they make a mistake like that, but her ID was basically, once she went to fetch it, it said 85. So they say she was born in 1985. I don't know if they did not look at the birth certificate properly or what, but she was born in 84, but her ID reads 85, and she just left it like that, right? Yeah, the Home Affairs gave this chick a new birthday altogether. When she dies, like, her death certificate is going to basically call her 1 year younger than she really is. Yeah. I don't have time for the logistics. I'm just leaving it. Okay, but I was born in 84. I was like, okay, girl. At least I know, we'll celebrate you accordingly when your day comes. Bana batshwana le Home Affairs eo ya rona ya mo South Africa e etsang phoso e kima e kalo. Yeah, birthday ya bona ke di 8th August. According to this Home Affairs bugger, birthday ya ngwana ona ke di 9th August, because of the fact that this kid dared be born on the same day as one of his daughters with the main lady. Yeah, Home Affairs era. That's what's good. In your stride as a child, Utubaba is always gonna be there the day after your actual birthday. But hey, it's a logistical issue. At the end of the day, my daddy is always there, and it just does not dawn on you, Guti, there's something excruciatingly wrong. Double life. That's the sad and disquieting thing about these dudes that got Nyansis. Do you understand that they're hiding? Because some of them, they are like, when she's pregnant, they like, I'm sorry, Mfazwa, I did dirty. I'm a dirty man. Please, I made another lady pregnant. I'm so sorry. And then begs this woman to stay. And then black women, you be out here being like namby-pamby, and you stay. At least Baba confessang, Bana can both share birthday yabo together as half brother and half sister. But there are other clandestine ones. But you're my little queen. No one needs to know. Buy you my little secret. Balen grande 26th December instead of Christmas Day. Ibo, that get lambasted the most by my fu. I didn't just say that gotta be moved out the way, because like I said, nja hai hobula busu go fe like hai ka tunzwa. The Lord moves them out the way because they're menaces to society. They're involved in occult organizations. They're destructive not just to women in this particular capacity, many other things about singing. In order to get business deals to go through, they do rituals, stealing opportunities from people who deserve them. They tend to be destructive in so many other factors, not just one. So the best way to deal with them is to just eradicate them altogether, right? Yeah, and their eradication then leaves the Mistress Nyansi lady high and crazy dry. Hey, Inyazi tends to now come forth because you see, Le Chicken is going to feel, entitled, as indeed she is entitled to the estate. She's going to feel entitled to Wana Apatalwa. The school fees, whatever policies need to be paid out. She's gonna rock up on some, I'm sorry, my kid is 7 years old, and frankly, you never would have known about this child. You would have never known about this child. Was that kind of mistress a good little girl or here? Kitula fela 9 so far as unto patala rente ya kangipen she's like kinga this katilo muntu una 15 years in younger than umfazi wakhona. Uzo confuse a bereaved wife that's been feeling all good about herself this time, that she had a good man for a husband, only for this chick to rock up ka, never mind 1 child but 2. These chicks bahlanya man. Utlofa munno nyetseng bana ba family kaofela. Anyway, whatever. They tend to come forward and confess that look, I have a kid and this kid belongs to this douche or passing away. And frankly, whatever insurance policies are during these streets, under the law, I'm entitled to lawyer yaga ena. We don't have to fight. In a cockpit, you can just give me what is mine. Or because like I said, DNA, we can go and plug one of his eyebrows. It's quite easy at this point to get his DNA. Or or bana ba lona di allele di tlo compare ba bone gore mo lifeng re di half brother half sister. There's many ways to prove that this child belongs to die border fight outie. So manje lo mfazi lona is aje mourning indaba ukuthi she was cheated on alongside taba gore mona hae o tlhokafetse a tsebe gore a leleng mara ke mo wala. Anyway, whatever. They tend to come only at that stage. Manje, when you come out at that stage as a baby mama yakhona, because this little anja, it bodile, yeah, hasike kholo bitswa the S word afresh. Hasike kholo bitswa a whore afresh. Hasike kholo bitswa a tiki line afresh. Hasike kholo bitswa mugwanti afresh. Hasike kholo labelwa afresh. As if though it's not bad enough that every so often you get inside TikTok and you get rebuked by men and women telling you howling at you rubbish or the S word, and then you comment on TikTok on some, please me, I'm loved and my rent is paid. It's bad enough you already got a band of people out here just disliking you by mere virtue of you drawing breath. Now you're gonna get called that very thing. You're gonna get called that very thing by Abu Gogo, Abu Mama, Abu Auntie, Iskoni, so this woman who is bereaved. Yeah, everybody is going to keep referring to you as the S word. So you gotta go through that. And then afterwards, you then got to be like, S word or not, y'all, lomtana lo, anbo nugu tufanana all these other boys. Kitty siblings hutlie, kupa chelete yaka kupa my cat. They tend to border lamadoda, but the thing that gets abafazi agreeing to give them children despite being married men, kibuloi. Because rarely ever is a single woman gonna throw herself in that mess when this is just a contract. That's what it is, an arrangement where you're paying my rent and whatnot. But when you get to a point where you feel like this is too much, when you get there, uloilwe and lamatota ayadlisa. So mina uguraselwa ngangaga uguyo karabo kabhlunganjena ngamadoda aso babatla nna go chikisa ka batho ba ko heso, because I keep on prophesying tlhaloganyang all you do is ugrasa vele because abantu ukuthi bayo chikiwa, because you are always just trying to irritate and frustrate and sadden and cause a sense of foreboding around umfazi until an accommodator. Because once you become a pimp, due to the fact that you lose your morals, money chada, niba very desperate to get whatever woman you want. Hey, you feeling that imichato yenu have trapped you in a prison because you've never been good, honest men enough to imagine yourselves with one woman for the rest of your days. You feel imprisoned by it. And so manje, when you're in Tanyani, you're going to do everything in your power to escape because you think you're Michael Schofield. Landidi tattoos ngata fela za prison break aje in these streets, and with these tats, these little what do you call this? Architectural drawings of the inside of the wiring of a prison or whatever. You out here be finding the exact strategy or methodology to take a reasonably viable woman the way and then empty her ka status ya nyatsi. And then how get mo fufura ka status ya teng yo botlo mo fufura le ka status sa nyatsi ya go ba dom ya go fa monno nyetseng ngwana a ba tlhokofala tswibinki ya teng ha e tlhokofala jonong cherry tshwantse lo fitlha ko ntlung elo bua ka taba gore look, this is my son and I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm also bereaved. And that's also the sad thing, right? How ulinyatsi when these randos pass away, hey, people feeling that you're not right your kala. I had a friend that was a Nyansi, and the guy passed because they always die. Like, they always die. Anyway, whatever. She was a Nyansi. This dude both died in a car accident on Route Limpopo or whatever. Yeah. Because I get they tend to front and flail decide peace thingy amidst each other. Who? That's what's good. So this chick did not know anyone relevant in this guy's life except, of course, bangane ba teng. Nasa tsebe nkgono, nasa tsebe mme, nasa tsebe katse. Ona le ba bold enough, Grandshap. Ulo introduce nyatsi to mme wa teng. There was one like that in my family, like a little rubbish man. O tlisitseng nyatsi ko nkgono wa rona. Whatever. Ba mo amogela because le batho ko eso ba hlanya. But anyway, whatever. But largely, you tend to, if at all you're a Nyansi, you tend to just kind of know the thing is similarly putrefied. Okay, that's what's good. And so this chick was told by the friend, your lover's dead? And this guy was like, I'm sorry, I'll call you later, bye. And she had to mourn Aiwan Lomuntu Angena Muntu telling her hare because she was ashamed of herself. So even we didn't know she came out and and the lover boy has died only because she wanted comfort, somebody to basically be there for her when no one else was, and that's why she told me. Otherwise, secret disappear ali here. How old was she? 23, 24. Yeah, that's what's good. She was a Nyazi and would have stayed a quiet little Nyazi if this Oki did not die. But he died, and now she wanted comfort. And all her friends had scattered, all of his friends had scattered from her, because all you are is a side piece. So not a by there from side what thing. Everybody's gonna be there for the wife. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so she then eventually broke out into the mumps of confession to me to say that, look, I've been having an affair with a married man and he died. I don't know what to do with myself. I'm bereft. I'm devastated. And I was like, there. Askis, there. They will literally, like, you will cry alone when this little bamboo dies. Otlala uli one. Kimo when I decided to go and fall in love with Askis girl. Won't come to Grand Shop is gonna be hella mad, upset. It's bad enough being a Nyazi, but when they make you a Nyazi, kaditari. That's the bone I'm picking, and it is these little animals that are trying to make me. I need the bathroom. What's up? I'm back. And somewhat relieved. I don't want this to be long. This is not going to be a 3, 4, 2, maybe even, this might just be a 1-part video. I don't know. We'll see. Because I didn't even want to chat. I'm just tired. But I want to address this because I'm anticipating demon possession, demon abuse coming, because I dreamt about it. But before it comes, the demonic attack from from my mom. Before I gotta say this to basically say to you, so therefore, when I get demonically attacked, so as to basically end up that which is the casualty or the war end result that you have made out of prostitutes, women that you have made prostitutes by trafficking them, I don't end up that thing because I am forewarned. It's written in God's word that forewarned is forearmed. No, it's not written in God's word, sorry, but it is true that forewarned is forearmed, right? However, the Lord does say that I have told you these things to the disciples, that when they happen, you will know that you will find strength. Take heart. In this world, you'll have much trouble, but take heart, I've overcome the world. So when you've been, and the things that God was telling them about is that they're going to be thrown out of the synagogues, that the world is going to hate them, that they're going to get persecuted, that the day's going to come when those who kill them will do so thinking they're doing a service to God. I mean, those are not pleasant things to expect, but if you're told them in advance, you basically put a shock absorber around your heart and you wait for them. You put a shield up and then they come, these things, and then they go. And then the Lord will heal you basically afterwards, the aftermath. Right? So, seeing as the Lord forewarns me, no matter what attrition comes my way, I always bounce back. Indeed, I might for the season of being afflicted by ukaraselwanje despite the fact that nina 40. Yeah, it might crush me, but I always bounce back. And then when I bounce back, I come back again, and I talk, I chat, I share. I do what I've always done. But never will you ever find me that put me in a position on the side of my head. Give my family. I have had a slew of harassment come my way. You must understand. From my family. They were energized to do that to me. They were given that juice. And because was not of them. Guilty bajang. The feelings that they feel after they calm the heck down are so extreme. They're made to feel like such crazy bullies that I then get treated with some kind of pampering for the next coming days. Yeah. They always, especially my mom, udulali guilty. She becomes so guilty after talking to me after talking to me like some animal that is just being kicked to and from. I recover, because the thing is, the stuff that she says in the heat of all that crazy, in the heat of all that demonic oppression, possession, yeah, is so below the belt. It's such mean statements that she ends up ruminating over them, and then with her actions you will notice that she is severely sorry. It's been like that, like clockwork, like Waitsiking in Jefela for years. It's the way that it's been. The way Dilang Kayona is by just walking out while she's still rapping, but she tends to wham me with enough cannon fire to be severely devastated and heartbroken over what was spoken, and I shake and I talk with God and I want to die, and then I recover after 2 or 3 days. Yeah. Despite having walked away from the remaining really horrible stuff that was spoken. I always get accused of not being Christian. That one is a biggie, hey? It's quite a biggie. I always get accused of not being a real believer. What kind of a Christian says stuff like that? You claim that you are this and that. Guys, I've been spoken to the emotions for a decade on and off. So I basically have a strategy to deal, even though at the very immediate moment of receiving these blows, I am overwhelmed to a point of wanting to die. I don't know how many times my older sister has pushed me to the precipice of suicide ideation, and my mom. Even my little sister, but largely those two women. They have pushed me to the point of wanting to die. I have had people come here and just do stuff that then caused my mom to speak to me like I am rubbish. And I would want to die. Like I had a cousin that recently rocked up and offered me a job and then rescinded. Before she rescinded, I had said that I don't want that job because it's admin. What am I going to do there? And she went and spoke smack to my mom, and my mom spoke to me like I was basically rubbish. That is ungrateful. Until I coercively took it. But thank God, the stupid female rescinded in her own capacity. She just walked away. So basically that which I did not want to do, God made sure that it doesn't happen because he made this woman too shallow. She tried to make me walk away from my ministry as a condition to get a job I didn't even want. So and that's how I was rescued from that thing, but not first before being spoken to like I am rubbish. Get why it's. However, immediately after getting spoken to like that, I'm shaky. I'm broken, I'm bereft, and I'm heavily suicidal. And I gotta pray through it. And then after 24 hours, it's a little bit better. After 48, even better. After 3 days, it's completely gone. When you anticipate stuff coming, it does not make it upon coming easier to take in one stride. But it comforts you to know that you were told these things in advance before they happened, so that you will not flounder. In this world you will have much trouble, but take heart, I've overcome the world. That's what the Bible says. It is written in God's word that the world hates disciples. He has given me a lot to run with. So lamadota that want to make me a sex trafficked woman that's going to chill in the house of Inja. Englisile. Inja, like nja e hobolang e tlo causang family ya ka hore eng treat like rubbish. It's like throwing yourself out of, it's like walking out of petrol, having doused yourself in petrol, and then diving into umlilo as a means to extinguish yourself, and then diving into fire as a means to extinguish yourself, to snuff out the flames. after dousing yourself in petrol. So basically the petrol dousing is the tantamount of already being in a bad environment. You are already in a toxic environment, but there's nowhere else you can go. You swim laps in a swimming pool fueled with kerosene, a swimming pool a flammable substance. And these dudes, umanzi ganjena, with a fire accelerant all over your body. Tanguti, a holy God is gonna let his child throw themselves into a very hot room with all different kinds of, what do you call it, like sparks, like small little flames that are being lit. People out here playing with tools that every so often release a spark, static electricity, like things that, if at all they happen to catch the garments of a person doused in a flammable substance, this person is gone. They want me because batho ba ko heso ba ntshetse ka petrol. Ba ntshetse ka petrol, nna tshwantse jwanong ke lo dula le matches, ke lo dula pela matches. Ba ntshetse ka petrol. I'm sorry. For as long as I am drenched in paraffin, I will wait for God to give me a scrubbing, to wash me before he puts me anywhere near fire, before he puts me anywhere near a flammable substance. Ke tlo emela modimo to cut off the aparo from mmele wa ka tse tletseng ka paraffin, and for him to douse me mo hara lebese, ang scrubbe ka lebese hore ke tswe there. No longer easy to burn. They put women in a position to destroy their lives, to burn themselves to a crisp. They will get you in an argument, like you will meet a man that you have rejected, or a guy that you're like, look, you're cute, I like you, but you're married, I'm not going out like that. And then next thing, all of a sudden, the gogo that you live with in Lini keeps on like chica lendotale has offered to buy you an apartment. This grandmother of yours has always been valid, and today you come back home and she's wrestling you over in the before you went to school azangwa washa isicha esi1 uzok wrestler lokoko more even than other days. And then makaqeda ukukrasela ugogo wakhona bese ayovakashelwa abangani bakhe ugogo labangani bakhona, you will overhear them from your bedroom bakuhleba. Yazi ngwanona aketse bore ke moyetseng malo banyana mona na entse sona jona nka je ko o fitlile ene nna jona ke kgathetse mme wa teng o mo lahletse ko nna ke mo tlhokometse mara hang appreciate hang teboge ke feel aketse bore ke ketseng ke enough. You will listen to lokoko a kulmagabi. After agrasela, you are already emotionally broken because lo muntu has just broken your heart with all the horrible things that they speak. You've got an earphone in your ear, and despite how loud the music is, you can hear abangan bakoko talk to you like rubbish. You also can't have your earphones on too loud because if they call you lerato, if you dare not hear, if you dare not hear them speaking or calling you, they're then not gonna call you disrespectful. Grown-ups Mugwanti, like you are rubbish, like nkare o sehole, like you are nonsense. Wankutla. Not that anybody should be treating sehole like trash, but you get my point. When grown-ups treat you like trash because they've been gossiping you the whole day, they've been talking about you like you ain't jack. No, frankly, they're not even gossiping you, right? Babua jwalo loudly, audibly, oba wudra while you're in the other room. Bakulmagabi longilang. Yeah, you know what it's like to walk amidst such grown-ups. You know. All you can be is feel bereft. All you want to do is just always hang out with friends. You just want to stay at your friend's house. You envy the friend, what is this, the family of your friend, because they're so chill, they're so relaxed. Yeah, y'all know those kinds of grown-ups that do that to kids, that will literally make your life a living nightmare. Yeah, Ugogo that is already quite incendiary. I mean, she is already incendiary. She's already rubbish. Why? Already. The like witchcraft, mase ikibela, that already means spirit. Lomundlona is going to be so below the belt and wrestle you more even than other days, and that's when then this gogo person, this mama person, this ubabako, whoever is doing this to you, your sister, your roommate, the person that you're basically just freaking stuck with because you can't go anywhere else. It's like the tantamount of dousing you with paraffin in some kind of a container, sprinkling it in your hair, spritzing it all over your clothes. That's what's good. So that you can go somewhere where somebody will be like and burn you. Baholoya ube ugcine unkile ntho that you told yourself you would never do. Essentially, you will lie underneath a disgusting man like a Nando's chicken. You will allow yourself to have an affair with a married man because o kgathetse ke nkgono dulanza go rasetsa. O kgathetse ke dichomi tsa teng. Nkgono wa teng wa go needa. Do you understand what I'm saying? Umdala, she can't do much of what it is that she needs by herself. Tshwantse be wena, grandshap every time she needs to go and fetch sasa grant yakhe. Tshwantse lo mo khapa nonzo mo kuka o mo thusa o kalama taxi ya thoga. This woman freaking needs you, but the way I treat ngakhona. So you tell yourself ukuthi uzomshiya uzophuma kuyi. You are going to leave her. Survive by herself. Utla lo thola mshimaninyana wa ko Limpopo wa orphan ho ratlo dula le yena because wena stlogolo sa gagwe ha mo appreciate. You will tell yourself you're going to leave her and show her flames, but you are doing that at your own peril. You are doing that at the expense of your own soul. You are out here accommodating a married man and you are allowing yourself to be his mistress. And on the day when you finally just embrace all this crap from him, you are moved into an apartment in Ugagamnandi, fully furnished. It's like proper curtains, fresh air, it's just yours. No, there's a lava, like everything you need, couches, lava lamp, whatever you need, it's just there. And it's just such a break away from trash that you are constantly encircled by. Dingy, but you live there, and you will eventually get yourself out, but like there's nothing else that you can do for now.